Sometimes, it's the strange carcasses of gigantic sea animals that wash up on the shore. Or others, it's the bizarre creatures no one has ever seen.
What is that?
It was big, it was smelly. This was nothing like anything they'd seen before.
The ocean's flooded with mysteries, unknown, keep people on the edge.
Beachgoers on the Spanish coast are baffled after a mysterious 13-foot creature washed up on shore. Authorities had no idea what it was.
So tag along to see the unbelievable moments captured by people that will leave you shocked. Giant Carcass. Who says monsters only exist in myths? If you think that, you might want to take a look at this clip of a massive creature that washed up on the shores of Indonesia's Seram Island. Some people described it as a real-life woolly mammoth, while others believed it to be the mythical creature known as the Blob. However, after some investigation, researchers revealed that the enormous figure was actually a whale carcass that had drifted ashore. Sightings like these make you wonder what else the depths might be hiding. Sperm whale carcass. On January 24, 2016, something unusual washed up on Skegness Beach, a huge sperm whale lying still on the sand.
Sperm whales that have been washed up on the beach this morning.
It was the 5th one to come ashore that year, and soon people gathered, curious to see this giant from the ocean up close. As they looked at the massive creature, quiet questions filled the air. What could make such a powerful animal end up here, far from its deep-sea home? Some people couldn't help but wonder if an even bigger creature could be lurking in the ocean. Something strong enough to drive a whale to shore. Was it the megalodon? Or an even bigger predator? Or it could be the inhospitable environment of the ocean that made it wash ashore. Black serpent. A trip to the beach was supposed to be a relaxing day, but for a group of people, it took an unexpected turn. As they strolled along the shore, something strange caught their eye. A long, black creature on the shore. It didn't look like anything they had ever seen before. Some even started calling it a black serpent because of its shape, which seemed to twist and curl. Nobody knew what the creature was, and its appearance sparked a lot of questions. Was it some kind of rare animal that had washed ashore, or maybe something from the deep sea that nobody had expected to find? Mermaid on shore. One man was exploring an abandoned beach after a hurricane when he came across something that made him pause. Among the debris scattered along the shore, he spotted something strange, a carcass that looked like it could be a mermaid. The creature had the upper body of a human, complete with long hair and a fish-like tail. It didn't look fresh. It seemed to have been there for a while, weathered by the elements. As the man stood there, he couldn't help but wonder if he had just stumbled upon something out of a legend. Was it an unknown creature, or did it resemble the mermaids people have talked about for centuries? Globster. Locals on a beach in Malaysia came across something that quickly caught everyone's attention. A giant 6-foot carcass of some sea creature washed up on the shore. People weren't sure what it was, but it sparked a lot of discussion. The unusual find started making its way around social media, with many people referring to it as the Globster. Some speculated that it might be the remains of a whale, but no one could say for certain. The carcass was so unusual that it left people wondering about the true identity of the creature. As the news spread, people continued to guess, but the mystery of what the animal really was remained unsolved. Alien hand. You don't believe in aliens? Well, this story might make you think twice. A couple was out for a walk on a beach in Brazil when they stumbled upon something strange.
Tinha as 3 pontinhas do dedo pra cima.
Half buried in the sand was a creepy, skeletal hand. It didn't look like anything they had seen before, and the sight was enough to make them stop in their tracks. The hand had an eerie, otherworldly appearance.
Aí a gente brincou falando, é uma mão humana.
and it didn't take long for people to start wondering where it could have come from. Was it some kind of strange creature, or something more unusual? Horsefish. Who knew a fish could be so creepy? Well, I certainly didn't, until I came across one that really surprised me. During a beach trip, a man was strolling along the shore when he noticed something unusual in the sand. From a distance, it looked like the head of a horse, and he couldn't help but stop and take a closer look. But as he got nearer, he realized it wasn't a horse at all. It was actually a fish. More specifically, a horsefish. It was not something you expect to find lying on the beach, which is why it caught him so off guard. The man stood there for a moment, taking in the odd sight, amazed at how nature can surprise us with such strange and unexpected creatures. Giant creature. A giant carcass was recently caught by experts, quickly catching the attention of people all over. For days, it had been causing a stir online, with many sharing pictures and videos of the unusual find. Experts examined the creature carefully, trying to understand where it came from and how it ended up in the area. To many, it seemed like something out of a story, far beyond the ordinary creatures people usually expect to find. This raised questions about what other mysterious creatures might be living in the deep sea, hidden from the world above. Lobster carcass. If you think lobsters only come in normal sizes, you might be surprised. One man found something unusual while walking along the beach. He spotted what looked like a giant lobster arm in the sand. When he got closer, he realized that the arm was so big, it could have been the size of a whole lobster. He couldn't help but wonder how large the rest of the lobster must have been. It was hard to imagine just how big that creature could be. The man stood there for a moment, amazed by the size of what he had found. Serpent of Ocean. While walking along the coast of France, a man noticed something unusual in the distance. It looked like the large skeleton of a serpent had washed up on the shore. His curiosity got the best of him, so he decided to get a closer look, thinking it might be a rare and interesting find. As he walked closer to the shape, he soon realized that it wasn't a real creature at all. Instead, it was a giant sculpture called Serpent of Ocean. The lifelike appearance of the sculpture had fooled him from a distance. He stood there for a moment, admiring the impressive work of art, before continuing his walk along the coast. Stone carcass. While hiking near some woods, a man noticed something strange up ahead. At first glance, he thought it was a person standing still in the distance. But as he got closer, he realized that it wasn't a person at all. It was a giant stone sculpture. It seemed the rocky statue was carefully placed, almost as if it was meant to be part of the landscape. The man wondered if it was someone's artwork put there for others to find and admire. Or maybe it was a prank, a clever way to fool people exploring the area. He couldn't be sure, but it was certainly an interesting and unexpected sight during his hike. Bizarre humanoid creature. On July 9th, 2018, a man came across something that would make anyone stop in their tracks. While walking along a beach in China, he found a strange creature that looked almost like a humanoid alien. He quickly filmed the odd sight with his friend, both of them unsure of what they were looking at. What really caught their attention was that the creature seemed to move. It moved its little arms and legs as if it were alive. The man couldn't help but wonder what it could be. Could it be some rare, hidden creature washed up on the shore? Or maybe, just maybe, it was something from another planet? No one really knows for sure, but it's a mystery that's left people talking ever since. Pale mystery. This man captured something truly extraordinary while strolling near a river. A pale, elongated creature with tiny eyes that almost looked like an alien. As soon as the clip was posted online, it reached over 1 million views as people were curious to identify this strange find. Some suggested it might be a rare type of salamander, while others speculated it could be a soft-shelled turtle. Despite the many guesses, the true identity of the mysterious creature remained a puzzle. Sea lion. While walking along the beach, a man noticed something moving at the edge of the water. When he took a closer look, he realized it was a large sea lion near the surface. The creature had small, sharp teeth and a pale body, which seemed unusual to the man. Understanding that the animal might be in trouble, he immediately called the local animal authorities for help. They arrived and carefully worked to return the sea lion to its natural habitat, ensuring it was safe and well taken care of. Sea anemone. Sometimes the things that look normal from a distance are actually more than what you expect. That's exactly what happened when he noticed what looked like an ordinary patch of rocks on the beach. Out of curiosity, he reached down and touched it. To his surprise, the whole thing started to shrink back. It turned out to be a sea anemone, blending in so well that it looked just like part of the rocks. Sea anemones are good at hiding like this. They attach themselves to rocks on the ocean floor and stay still, but when touched, they quickly pull in to protect themselves. Massive cuttlefish. A man was strolling along the beach when something unusual caught his attention in the sand. Curious, he went to take a closer look and decided to pull it out. What he found was far more surprising than he expected. A massive cuttlefish lay there, buried in the sand. It was an unexpected sight, far from the typical shells or seaweed people usually find. The man paused, studying the creature, wondering how it had ended up on the shore. It was a moment of quiet surprise, a reminder of the mysteries the ocean sometimes leaves behind. Giant crab. While a man was kayaking near the shore, he noticed something unusual washed up on the beach. It was the carcass of a giant crab. As he paddled closer, he saw that there was some debris stuck to its feet, making it look even stranger. He couldn't quite tell what the bits of debris were, but they seemed to have been carried in by the tide. It was odd to see such a large creature washed ashore like that, which made him wonder if it had been caught in a current or if something else had caused it to wash up. What else might be hidden along the coast that is waiting to be discovered? Strange alien. While out boating one day, a man's peaceful trip took an unexpected turn. From a distance, he spotted something unusual, a pale creature, staring at him without moving. At first, he thought it might be the carcass of some animal washed up on the shore, but as he looked closer, he realized something didn't add up. The creature's posture seemed too strange, too unnatural for a carcass, and it felt like it was moving. Could it be something more? Something otherworldly? Perhaps an alien from another world? Or was there another explanation he couldn't quite figure out? Dragon carcass. A strange creature was found washed up on the beaches of Andalusia, Spain, sparking confusion and curiosity among beachgoers. Some people even called it a mutant fish, while others wondered if it could be a dragon or the Loch Ness Monster. According to Maria Sanchez, a civil protection coordinator, the mystery began when a woman discovered a piece of the creature on the shore. She and others helped recover the rest of it. The body was over 13 feet long and appeared to be in an advanced state of decomposition, leaving many still puzzled about what the creature could be. Venom. A local in Las Vegas shared a video that's got everyone on social media talking. While out for a run on the Strip, they came across something strange on the sidewalk. A black, gooey blob. The weirdest part? The blob looked like it was pulsing and even seemed to crawl across the pavement with tiny, worm-like legs. The video spread quickly and people started sharing their ideas about what it could be. The timing is interesting too, because it lines up with the promotion of the Venom, a movie about an alien symbiote, with the blob looking a lot like something from the movie. Many now believe it could be a clever way to get people excited about the film. Lancetfish. A strange event unfolded on the beach in Laguna, California, when a rare lancetfish from the deep sea suddenly washed ashore. Just an hour after a loud sonic boom was heard in the area, the unusual fish appeared on the sand, catching the attention of a nearby photographer. Wasting no time, the photographer ran over, quickly filming the rare creature so others could witness it too. Lancet fish, with their sleek bodies and sharp teeth, rarely come close to shore, so this was an unusual sight. After capturing the moment on camera, the photographer carefully grabbed the fish by its tail and tossed it back into the ocean, helping it return to the depths where it belongs. Creepy carcass. A strange carcass washed up on Brooklyn Beach, leaving everyone puzzled about what it could be. Its pale body and sharp teeth alone were enough to make anyone uneasy.
Like some kind of genetically modified animal.
But what made it even stranger was that it seemed to have dog-like feet and arms, features you wouldn't expect to see on a sea creature.
Looks like some kind of chupacabra.
People couldn't help but wonder, could this be something from another world? And if so, how did it end up here, washed up on the shore in this odd condition? The sight sparked plenty of questions, but answers were nowhere in sight. White whale carcass. This drone footage recently captured a large white whale carcass washed up on a beach in a small coastal town in Victoria, Australia. The whale's pale body stood out on the sandy shore near a forested area, drawing attention and curiosity from locals and viewers online. Officials later confirmed that the whale was not the famous albino humpback often seen in these waters, as it was identified as a young female, while the known albino is male. The unusual sight left many wondering about the high tides and natural events that may have brought this majestic creature to shore. Sea mines. On May 16th, the Ukrainian military shared that 2 mines had been spotted along the southern coast, likely brought in by storms over the weekend. The mines were discovered in the Odessa region by the Ukrainian ground forces. However, they took this opportunity to remind everyone of the importance of being cautious around the coastal waters, especially when swimming. The Ukrainian Navy's relevant units were already managing the situation, and the mine was set to be safely cleared by explosive specialists. Giant sea lion.
Experts say what is happening here is very different.
A giant sea lion carcass appeared on a beach in Sonoma County, leaving people puzzled. Those who discovered it quickly contacted the authorities, and later, researchers examined the animal. They found that the sea lion had kidney issues and likely ended up on the shore because of the tides. The unusual sight raised curiosity among locals, who hadn't expected to see such a large sea creature up close. But questions lingered. Why was the sea lion so far from its usual habitat? And could there be more to its sudden appearance than just the tides? I'm leaving it on you to decide. Bitten sunfish. What the men found on the beach made them think about the unknown creatures still hiding in the oceans. They came across a huge sunfish, but it wasn't in perfect condition. Half of it had been bitten off. It seemed hard to believe that something even bigger than this massive fish could be responsible for the bite. They wondered if it could have been a megalodon, the giant shark, or perhaps something even larger and deeper in the ocean. It raised a lot of questions about what might still be out there in the waters. Creatures no one has yet discovered. Strange whirlpool creature. This fisherman was enjoying a typical day on his trip when he noticed something unusual. A strange creature with sharp claws was trapped in a whirlpool. Driven by curiosity, he decided to rescue it using a rope. After some effort, he managed to pull the creature out of the whirlpool and back to safety. To his surprise, he discovered that it was actually a turtle. The kind fisherman gently placed the turtle into the waters of a river. Sea monster.
I've stumbled across something weird. This is like one of those things you see when people claim that they found aliens. Look at it.
On March 21st, the remains of an animal with human-like hands were spotted on Maroochydore Beach in Queensland, Australia. While walking along the coastline, a passerby noticed what appeared to be a dog lying on the sand.
How weird is that?
Upon closer inspection, it became clear that the creature was much stranger. It had human-like hands, a long lizard-like tail, and patches of black fur. The unusual sight quickly sparked speculation online, with some wondering if the creature was from another world. However, local news reports suggested that the animal was most likely a swollen, waterlogged brush-tail possum. Still, the mystery of its appearance on the beach remained an intriguing question. Strange creature. A strange creature was spotted at the beach in several different spots, catching the attention of people nearby. It was unlike anything they had seen before, and no one could quite figure out what it was. The creature's unusual appearance left everyone puzzled, with some even jokingly calling it Venom, after the character from the famous movie. Despite the jokes, no one had a clear explanation for what the creature might be. It seemed out of place, and people could only guess where it had come from or how it had ended up there. The mystery of the strange find lingered, leaving everyone to wonder about the unusual things that can sometimes wash up on the shore. Giant turtle. Have you thought of walking along the beach and suddenly spotting a creature so massive? That's exactly what happened when a leatherback turtle was found washed up on the shore. Locals who discovered the giant turtle were stunned by its size, with many quickly calling the authorities for help. The creature's immense weight made it impossible to move by hand, so a digger was brought in to remove it from the sand. The sight of such a giant turtle was an unexpected shock to everyone, leaving them in awe of the ocean's mysteries and the creatures it holds. Humanoid fish. While the fisherman was out on the water, expecting to reel in a regular catch, he ended up finding something completely unexpected. As he pulled up his line, he caught something really unbelievable. A fish with a face that looked oddly human. Its large eyes and well-defined nose were too strange to be called a normal fish, or even closer. Well, this strange catch even left me wondering if there was more to the ocean than I realized, leaving behind more questions than answers. Anglerfish. It's not always the cute, tiny fish that wash up on the shore for you to catch. Sometimes, it's the most bizarre creatures and fish you can't even imagine. That's exactly what happened to one man who stumbled upon the eerie carcass of an anglerfish. The anglerfish is a deep-sea creature famous for its unique appearance. It has a large, wide head, sharp teeth, and a long, bioluminescent lure that hangs above its mouth, which it uses to attract prey in the darkness of the ocean depths. This was a rare and unsettling sight for anyone who came across it, since it makes anyone wonder how an animal living in the depths came up to the shore. Strange orbs. On April 25th in Mar del Plata, Argentina, locals were shocked to find the beach covered in thousands of small white balls that looked like pearls. The strange sight drew a crowd, all eager to figure out what these mysterious objects were. Well, upon closer inspection, it became clear these weren't pearls at all, but the embryos of a carnivorous snail native to the coasts of southern Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina. Typically found in deeper waters, these embryos were swept ashore by tides and winds, telling us just how fascinating and mysterious the ocean truly is. Two-headed turtles. This two-headed turtle was captured by a man and has remained one of the coolest animals of the present, named Janus. This tortoise is a true wonder of nature, with not just one, but two heads, two hearts, two pairs of lungs, and even two stomachs. Yes, you heard me right. It's the oldest known double-headed tortoise in the world. And guess what? Each head acts independently, eating, breathing, and exploring its surroundings, as if two tortoises had merged into one. Now let me reveal it to you guys. It's basically because of a rare condition known as bicephaly, making this tortoise not only a biological marvel, but also a symbol of survival against the odds. Two-faced fish. Nature seemed to take the phrase two-faced a bit too literally when this fisherman made an unusual catch. What he thought was just an ordinary fish turned out to be something far more bizarre. As he looked closer, he realized he had caught a two-headed fish, often called the Chernobyl fish, with 2 mouths and 4 eyes. People believe the fish was a mutation, while others suggested it might have been part of a failed scientific experiment. Regardless of the theory, one thing was clear: this was no ordinary catch. And the mystery of the two-headed fish left everyone with more questions than answers. Unidentified catch! These friends were out fishing when their eyes caught something giant at the surface of the water. They decided to check it out of curiosity with their stick, and that's when they realized that it was probably not something normal. After some struggles, they finally managed to see that it was actually a huge net filled with debris and small fishes trapped inside. The kind men opened it up, helping the fishes move back to their home. What started as a regular day of fishing had turned into a moment of care as they watched the freed fish swim away, back to the safety of the water. ThreeLegged Mystery. What this fisherman came across will make you realize just how mysterious and unsettling the ocean can be.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
What?
Ma, you see this?
No.
A recent video posted online has been stirring up a lot of attention, showing what some are calling a 3-legged sea monster. This strange creature has been causing quite the buzz, and no one seems to know exactly where it was found.
What the hell is that?
What is happening?
With its odd tentacles, the creature looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, almost like a half-octopus. Its unusual appearance left many viewers puzzled, sparking countless theories. Could it really be a 3-legged sea monster? Or is there another explanation? What do you think? Creepy creature. A fisherman was out on a regular day, reeling in his catch, expecting it to be just another normal fish. But as he pulled it closer, he realized something wasn't right. And now see what the fisherman caught? The fish had one unusually large eye and a strange-looking mouth, almost like it had come from another planet. The man then curiously recorded a video of his strange find and shared it on TikTok. However, even with all the attention, no one seemed able to figure out what this odd creature was. With no clear answers from the viewers, the fish remained a mystery. So for now, it's left up to you to decide what this strange creature from the deep really might be. Three-eyed fish. This man was fishing at the Gowanus Canal, which connects Brooklyn and New York, when he hooked something unexpected. As he pulled it in, he realized it wasn't an ordinary catch. The fish had 3 eyes, something you don't see every day.
3 eyes actually surprises me. I was expecting more like 10 or so.
News of this unusual catfish quickly spread, and many people found it hard to believe. Some even questioned whether it was real or just a hoax. The canal, known for its pollution, made the story even more intriguing, leaving people wondering if such an odd creature could exist there. While some were skeptical, the fisherman's strange catch continued to capture the curiosity of many, leaving them to ponder what it could really be. Nessie in real life. On a quiet Friday, a man and his son were boating near Wolf Island in Georgia when something unusual caught their eye. At first, he thought it was a seal carcass, but as he looked closer, the shape seemed different. A heron stood nearby, pecking at the strange creature. Curious, he quickly took a photo and video of it. Later, he shared his find with locals at a nearby fish house, who told him about Alti, or Altamaha, their version of the Loch Ness Monster. He hadn't expected to run into a local legend, but it left him wondering, could these mysterious creatures really be out there? Could this be the ending of the walls between myths and reality? The subscriber's pick. And now, let's move on to our subscriber's pick. This 30-foot-long carcass of a mysterious sea creature was found nearly buried under the sand on a beach in New Zealand's Bay of Plenty. Its giant, eerie appearance and sharp teeth left everyone who saw it wondering what kind of creature it could be. The unusual sight sparked curiosity among locals and visitors alike, as no one could quite identify the massive, otherworldly remains. Some said that it could be a species never seen before, while others wondered if it had been dragged ashore by something far deeper in the ocean. Whatever it was The creature's true nature remained a mystery, leaving everyone to wonder what secrets still lie hidden beneath the waves. And with that, see you next time.